Hello everyone, my name is Muir, and this is Starsector. So last time we were here, we had gone and fought a bunch of pirates off in the far-fetched star systems of the north while we were picking up our last 5 drovers to round out our entire fleet of mono drovers. Then we came back here to drugs, fuel, and supply to make sure that we could spend all of our money. Now, there is something here that is rather concerning, I suppose. And it's this. Pursuing Persian League mercantile convoy. I think these are pirates. So, I think they're pirates. No, yep, they are pirates. So, the smaller one we'd love to hunt down, but there's that bigger one that's the problem. He's 4 stars, we can't really fight him and win. But if we're able to gang up on him with enough allies, we might just be able to do something. So he does not have allies. Good. Let's go ahead and engage him and slaughter him for coming anywhere near our... No. Let's not do that. We don't need all of those. We just need like 5 drovers. It'll be fine. We'll kill all of them. Now we're going to do what we always do, Pinky. And full assault. The enemies, they won't know what hit them. Now we have plenty of points to spend, so we're going to issue strikes against the smaller craft here in an attempt to kill them all. Then we will most likely take out the enemy the enemy modified Colossus. After that, we will make our way into other territory. Okay, so we do have those sparks. They're what those toot sound is coming from. And we are very slowly taking down the enemy. Now it'll probably be to our benefit just to focus our fire. So let's go ahead and order everyone to kill this one. Just so we can get rid of it as soon as possible and get rid of the enemy fighters. Once it is dead, we're going to probably focus on just so we can kill those. Because once this modified Colossus goes, the other ships are going to start... So basically, they're going to lose their major stream, and we're going to be able to shift them apart. So with this modified Colossus going down, we are going to have far less problems this fight. Alright, so... let's negate those orders. Let's give orders to eliminate the frigate-sized vessels first. Simply because then we can focus our fire on the other ones. So, they're coming over here, they're going to paralyze him and then kill him. So he is now effectively paralyzed. All those claws on him. With this one focusing on this guy, he's dead. And that seems to be about the case for most of these frigate-sized ships. And okay, I think most of them are dead. Those who aren't, well, they're all dead now. Except for these up here. Let's go ahead and start focusing on single targets that are of the slightly bigger classes. Because the sooner we can take them down, the sooner we don't have to worry about them. Now I know that mules, they're good at crawling and having a boost amount of armor, but that's about it. So we don't really have a bunch in the way of actually killing power. This destroyer, these 2 destroyers do have quite a bit of killing power, so we're going to want to get rid of them when we can now. So, the nice part about all these balls is they're just essentially permanently disabled something. So, we end up more or less being able to, if it's against one enemy, we more or less just have them in the bag immediately. So, let's focus on this field. As soon as it goes, which is going to do very soon, we're going to focus on the destroyer, and then that will pretty much end this battle. Okay, the other nice part about lots of fighters is that they are more likely to disable enemy ships instead of just flat out destroy them. I think. I mean, I could be wrong. Let's see. Yeah, he is slowly getting picked apart, permanently paralyzed because of all the energy, and he's going to be going downhill very, very soon. So he was disabled. So it does look like I'm right about that. It's more likely for enemy ships to be disabled as opposed to destroyed. Oh no, it's a race. Who will die first? The Venture or this one? Frigate getting shot. It's gonna be Frigate. Yeah, it's gonna be Frigate. There it goes. And now everyone, dog pile that Venture. Get him! Not a bear, guys. So, the Watts are really nice in that they have those proximity bombs. The Sparks, I think they have higher damage due to the weapon that they have. They overall just do more damage. And they're just as accurate. Because it's damage that's all at once, you don't have to keep the beam on the enemy. So that definitely helps them quite a bit. So to pursue these guys, we can order a second in command to do it with just 2 drovers. He'll kill everything, or almost everything. It doesn't tell us what ships are available. Okay, but we don't want any of that. We're just going to go and salvage everything. And we still see this fleet over here. And it's going after our picket ships, who are very quick and able to escape it without major issue. What I would like is for that ship to end up having to fight a bunch of detachments all at once. That would help us quite a bit to cut it down. Alternatively, if we go and we attack it, we will cut it down enough to the point that in almost all likelihood we will, in almost all likelihood, our other ships will be able to take it on. So, what I would like to do is this. Let's go. Let's manage our colony. Let's go to our fleet, and let's leave all of these behind. And now let's go here and just start dumping off everything that we don't need. So we don't need all that personnel. Let's dump that off. We don't need all that fuel. Let's dump that. And we are pretty much good on our fleet right now. We just have the drovers. So now let's go pick a fight. Let's go make bad decisions and pick a fight with these bloody pirates. Alright. Let's say hello. He makes some rude gesture. He makes a rude gesture and laughs before cutting the transmission. Cool. Let's kill him. Let's deploy everyone that we can, and let's have our mono fleet of carriers head over here. In this case, we're going to want to keep them all together so that we have this nice united force that will that will run into the enemy and just slaughter as many of them as quickly as possible. Because that's really what this fight is going to come down to, is killing enemy ships really fast, as well as being able to retreat from the enemy ships. So as soon as we see them, we're going to want to start killing them as soon as we can. So he's not. There's not even a point to try to target him down. He's just dead. This mule looks most likely immediately as well. Yeah, it's already gone down. So when we are able to really focus our fire, we can just kill something. Now, the biggest threat to us are these cruisers, because they are very fast. Actually, belay that. The biggest threat to us is that missile destroyer, is that converted atlas. That is by far the single most dangerous thing to all of our fighters. So we want to focus on killing that if we can. Oh, no. When autopilot, stay on. And we went to that instead. So we have these two cruisers that are harassing us. We really need to get rid of this atlas so that we can then focus on everything else and our ships not just get shot out of the sky. Of course, we have another atlas over here that we need to worry about, but we can do that after this one is either retreating or dead. Because our drovers will have no real problem picking everything else up. Of course, we have the enemy fleet is slowly coming in now. How are we doing? How is he going in terms of this game? It's almost there. And there it goes. Now, we want to focus on the next biggest threat that we have, and that is each of these cruisers. So they both need to die. So, let's just go ahead and do that. So the sooner these cruisers are gone, the sooner we don't have to worry about them attacking our drovers directly, and the sooner we can continue killing off the enemy. Okay, so that's that one cruiser down. And now let's focus on the next one. And really that's going to be a large part of how this fleet is going to work, is we give direct commands to our drovers to focus fire on something and just kill it. And that allows us to very rapidly pick off some ships without major issue. Now, we're going to have this drover move back there and try to get out of his range so that he doesn't get completely overwhelmed really quickly. Okay, so we have our drovers are starting to tear through the enemy ships, and we see that these refitted atlases are still really dangerous, but we have some easy pickups here. We have these converted colossi. They are less dangerous than the atlases, but they do pump out two sets of fighters. So if we can, we want to try and kill those, as they are much easier to kill off than the atlases. As you saw, it took the entire fleet pounding on one of them to really do much of anything. So, if we can kill off a single Colossus, we can get rid of 2 fighters on the field, get rid of up to 8 to 10 fighters on the field, and be able to really focus our fire on another Atlas. Most likely this one, because he seems to be out of place. So we're going to have them all focus on killing him next, and just really applying as much of our fleet power to a single enemy as we can. So looking here, we are focusing on this guy. He is starting to lose his shields, but starting to lose his armor in areas. In the back, he's already lost his armor, where we're getting damage in, where his engines are. And hopefully that will be enough to kill him quickly, so that we can go and snipe another Atlas or another Colossus. Alright, so we're slowly taking him out. Okay, he is gone now. So we want to focus on this one, which is starting to cause us a problem. He's getting a little out of place, so we want him to come back around. We don't really care about that point all that much. What we do care about is managing to protect ourselves long enough that we can outlast the enemy to a degree and kill them very quickly. So, under the combined weight of all of our fire, that cruiser is doomed. Now, this Colossus is out of position, so we're just going to slam everything we have into him and just slaughter him as quickly as we can. As we can see, because he only has shields in the front, he's really not built for this kind of engagement, where he would be fighting multiple fighters all at once. So we're able to very quickly take them out. So the next thing we're going to do, and really this is the game we want. With this fleet, we want them to stay away from us. We're effectively able to play keep away with our fighters, and that allows us to really fight the way we want to fight with this fleet, which is to be able to push the enemy back. Yeah, we're keeping them out. We're kind of keeping them out of our face. We want to be able to keep the enemy away from us while just overwhelming them with our defenses. So our flagship is starting to. All of our ships are going to start losing combat readiness because the fight has just gone on for too long. And we really need to consider disengaging at this point. We could sit here and have him, what is it, T? Yeah, we're gonna have him start getting out of there. Okay, so we want to order our ships that are on the edges to start withdrawing. And it looks like as long as it seems as though their fighters will continue to fight, which is what we want. We want them to cover that retreat and take as many enemies with them as we need. Because we're not going to take this down in just one battle. We might be able to, but I think they just have far more stuff than we do. So we're just going to peace out. We're going to leave. As we I love when drone tenders get hallucinated in this good. But yeah, we're going to now peace out of here. And we move faster than their fleet does, so we can just run away, repair, and come back and fight them again and again and again and again. We don't have to sit there and win the battle initially, because we know we've cost them a lot of ships and they have cost us no ships. So at this point we full retreat and the battle is over. We went, we bloodied them, and now they are going to want to fight us again. At this point, we can, if we go and we fight again, Muir forces are able to recover some combat readiness, and they control the battle space, and engagement was limited. Despite retreating for the last engagement, your forces have disrupted the enemy and can disengage without pursuit. So we are going to disengage and we just cost them so much. They most likely are going to lose to this detachment. Yeah, so they're screwed, basically. They don't have a prayer at this point. So we cost them enough to where we'd be able to come back and win. So full repairs, we are 465. Holy crap. Our fleet's like, holy crap. Are you serious? Jeez. Okay, well, I am flabbergasted. So, we'll come back here. We will repair our ships for 400 supplies. And then we will not go and fight them again because there's no point to. Our forces will be able to mop them up without major incident. Yeah. So the battle is still going on, and I would like to take these atlases. I don't want to use them, I just, you know, would like to see what they have. Alright, so they wiped out the enemy force without major issue. And let's go pick up our Colossus and everything again so we can stop hemorrhaging supplies. Alright, so we go back to fleet, we go back to take now, and we take them all back. Cool. Now we are going to need a bunch of our crew back, so we need 286, we need 2,860 crew. However, that one battle cost us quite a few people. So we are just about, we are 30 or so shy. So I think 25 will do it, will it? 280, 258, 260. Okay, we are just barely at not under strength. Okay, just barely not crew under strength. So now we're going to take all the fuel that we can carry, all the supplies, well, all the supplies that we can carry, and we're going to, yeah, we'll also get, but I don't know, what the, we'll get about 200 or so. We'll try to get about 150 supplies. Cool. So now I think we can do a survey. Alright, so okay, yeah, we just have tons of supplies. Okay, so at this point we are going to, we have battle tested our drovers. We know that we are incredibly dangerous, and that as long as we can destroy some enemy ships and withdraw, and destroy some more enemy ships and withdraw, we are capable of doing quite well for ourselves. So let's go ahead and go to Ishmara, and what's that? We're over cargo capacity. So let's go to Ishmara, and we can drop off a bunch of the stuff that we don't necessarily need. Then at that point we will make our way out into the great beyond again and go, actually we'll go fight those remnants. We'll fight that remnants space station. So most likely be a terrible idea and get us all killed, but hey, you know, what's the point of living if you can't die? Anyway, let's recruit some more people. So we can hold 1,000 more people, so let's hold 1,000 more people. And now we don't have to worry about crew, we don't have to worry about fuel or supplies. Cool. And we're going to get a huge bill pretty soon. So I think it was... Have we been to Eros? Maybe. Let's head down there and see where that leads. And then we're gonna try and intentionally get in some scrapes with the remnants. And if we're lucky, we won't have any major problems taking them down. If we're unlucky, we'll get wrecked. And they'll destroy a bunch of our stuff. And we'll slowly limp our way back. Did you hear that? It's like a... What's supposed to be there? Anyway. No, I want you to go... Whatever. Guess we're going to be stuck in the corona for a second. Okay, so there's a medium remnant presence here. I thought there was a planet that had that had something around it. I'd like to find that. Let's go ahead and turn off that transponder and see if we can find... Actually, no, this is the planet that had the pirates in it. That's right. This is the place that had the pirates. So instead, we are going to go to this place. Maybe we'll find it there. Alright, so Star Fortress is done on drugs, fuel, and supply. So now that is about as beefy as we can get it. Okay, so we can jump in here. Let's see. That one is dormant. Where's the derelict ship? Over there? So vigilance. I don't even know what that is. I suppose I'll come back around. Alright, so there's an enemy ship. No, dude, just come and fight me. It'll be fine. Let's fight in the asteroid belt, though. We'll lose them in the asteroid belt. Let's go, bro. Alright, let's try to talk to them. Our comms officer panics. Okay. That seems kind of normal for him, so let's instead move to engage. Let's do this. So we're going to field all of our drovers. Holy crap. It's a huge army. We're going to full assault, so they just attack on sight. And do everything they can to kill the enemy as soon as possible. And we're going to want to focus on killing the enemy carriers, actually. Yeah, because the sooner those are dead, the sooner the small enemy interceptors stop being able to get to us. So, we'll take those down. And then we'll likely be able to destroy the strike drone battleship as it comes for us. And it's a-coming. It's making its way over here. So the nice part is that once it puts itself out there, we will be able to just focus it down. Because I want to get rid of those. I want to try and get rid of as many of those enemy carriers as possible. disabled or destroyed 2 of them. That one needs to die. Seems to be in the process of trying to do it. And this drover might be in a little bit of trouble. Okay, so the last strike is still in the process of going down. And now let's have everyone focus on you, because you're an actual threat. Huh, everything went quiet all of a sudden. It's just floating upwards. So as beefy as he is, that ship is just essentially permanently paralyzed. Again, so that's just the strength of this whole build that I've got going here, is that there's just so much EMP that it can't do anything. You can sort of fire every now and again, but ultimately they're just stuck laying there, desperately trying to get everything running again, as they are slowly taken apart. Okay, the enemy ships are all gone, so... Alright, sounds good. So down he's going to go in just a few moments. There you have it. We took no losses and killed the enemy. Okay. So we'll pick through the wreckage, we'll take those sparks, then we will salvage. And we found a drone ship carrier. It's too bad we can't take those and use them ourselves. Now, what I would like to do, despite the fact that I know it's a bad idea, is to try and put those sparks on these as well. So I know that this is affecting combat readiness, and I feel bad about that. But these sparks are superior, so we need to go down to 9. We can put a spark on there. We have 1 more available. Okay, and we still have to, like, we still have to repair anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Oh, verbal cargo capacity. What do you know? Let's eject the metals so that we can slowly begin coming over here, getting back up to full strength. I suppose we could take on the other ones as well. This has more carriers. Actually, this one's mostly carriers, so that's actually really nice for us, because it means we got to get more out of that potentially. So, still waiting for some of these to come back up to full readiness. Okay, and there they go. Well, let's go fight them. So this is another 3-star, so we're going to deploy everything we've got so we can fight them, and then we're going to full assault again. So we want our ships to take out the enemy carriers, if at all possible. Because the sooner those are dead, the better for us. Let's just have them all focus on a single carrier and cut it down. Just maximize the sheer amount of damage that we can do. Alright, so some of the other ships are taking hits for this carrier, but ultimately everything's going to be focusing primarily on that. Its pull is already starting to go down, and now it's really dipping. There it goes. The next thing we want to do is we want to focus on that other carrier, but let's instead kill off these guys. We'll kill you instead. Let's get rid of those strike commands for now and just slaughter these. Because they're not going to last very long, especially with all of that there already attacking them. So down they will go very quickly. And I suppose these are like mines that it's trying to put down. They do seem pretty dangerous. I think they're more aimed at killing. I think they're more aimed at destroying like enemy interceptors. They're sort of like the mines put down by wasps. Okay, so we're still full attacking. So let's go ahead and well, these two are just gonna die anyway. So here he goes. There he goes. So let's focus on this one, and then we'll focus on the other. Okay, so it really doesn't have a prayer. And as I said previously, the ion beams from the claws, they do hard flux. So anything that tries to keep its shields up, it will take soft flux damage from the lasers and the sparks, but it will take hard flux from the ion fragments. So eventually it will have to bring the shields down, and when it does, it's pretty much done. So, down they go, and now down we go. So if we pilot our own ship, we try to come up here, we probably won't be able to do any, make any real headway. Because how fast we are and how much damage they are doing at the moment. Okay, so we managed to take them out as well. There are no other enemies. And we got some more sparks that we can use. So let's go ahead and salvage. See if we can get anything else. So we got something that we already know. Not bad. Let's go back to fleet. And let's refit more of our ships with sparks, because we have them now. And sparks are very powerful. Okay, so we want to hang out for just a bit while our ships. So we're over fuel capacity now. Well, you have to drop some fuel. So we will eject that. And we're still repairing our ships. And in a second, we're going to engage this space station. I have no idea how this is going to go. I have not had this fleet attack a station before. So I guess we'll try to talk to them. Nope, they're not interested. Okay, so I have no idea what this thing has or what this thing does, so let's just see what happens. We deployed everything that we can. Let's have everything full assault. And let's give it everything we can. Let's give it everything we've got, boys. Does the remnant not have shields? That's really not good for them. They don't have shields. Yeah, that's not going to be good for them. This is kind of an interesting design. I assume this is like a tier 1, maybe? Like a tier 2 probably has more stuff. Part of it. As I said, I've never fought this type of station before. Seems that we're just overwhelming it. It helps that it doesn't have any shield, so the EMP is incredibly powerful right now. Okay, so there's 2 other pieces. Yeah, no shields in the bad, basically, against this. So that goes. Yeah, okay. There's really not a whole lot they can do. So let's go ahead and I guess we can move in ourselves. It seems to be on this last stretch over here. Oh man, all that damage is concentrated. Okay, and there it goes. Alright, so we get quite a few credits out of it. The station is destroyed. 2 alpha cores, eh? That's not bad. So we'll take that. We will then 100 supplies a day, nice. So the pirates are coming after us. We're going to salvage what we can, and then we're going to dump what we don't need. And unfortunately we're going to dump what else we don't need. Okay, well we got 2 alpha cores out of that. That's really good. So we have 3 alpha cores now, so we could potentially get Penelope's system up and running entirely. But we have taken that down. There's this derelict venture. Vigilance? I don't know what a vigilance is. Oh, okay, I think I understand. It's one, okay. So it is a fast missile racks, reloads all missile weapons quickly, generates flux when used. Okay, well it only has 1 missile rack. Not particularly great, so I'm going to discard it. So we spent quite a few resources doing that. So we're going to want to... What is this? Oh, cargo belts. So we're going to want to wait until we are ready to fight. Or refuel capacity now. Okay, no problem. And we're going to want to then fight this fleet. Looks like we have recovered. So let's go ahead and fight them. Let's send in the fleet and see what we can get. Okay, so we'll let this happen somewhat organically in the beginning, just to see what happens. They seem to have really taken a liking to this one. Okay, so his hull's going to start dropping pretty soon. And now that we're using the remnants and weapons against them, they're actually really dangerous. distract us to be able to... Oh my god, man, can you imagine doing this stuff? With the freighter plates, just nothing but freighters with sparks in them. It's too ridiculous. Alright, so he seems to be being ignored to an extent, so he's going to be a fair bit more aggressive. I would like to shut him down when we get the chance. If we ignore him, we can kill off these ones somewhat easily. This seems to be less of a priority. They're already making a lot of headway here, so we'll just let them continue doing what they're doing. And he seems to be in trouble, so we're going to have him try to move back down here where he gets all worse holes. He gets too damaged. We're gonna have these. We're gonna have everyone like focus on this while he moves down here, in the hopes that he can get out of there. It doesn't look like he will. He's going to go down. Yep. So. Now that has happened, let's focus on taking down this enemy carrier. This enemy gunship cruiser. That will allow us to not have to worry about that one while we take out that capital ship. Okay, so let's try killing him. Or at least disabling him to the point where we don't have to worry about him all that. Okay, so one of those gunships is down. He is now essentially permanently paralyzed. This one will go down just from other ships shooting at it. Okay, so it'll go down eventually. So there's some spark-on-spark combat out here. His armor is slowly going down. So everyone, focus on killing that one. I'll focus on killing that one. And hopefully we'll be able to recover that disabled drover we lost. If we can, it isn't something too bad, but it's losing it. So what's going on with this one? Yeah. As I said, they start to bring up their shields, their bucks get too high, they take down their shields, then they just get disabled. And it's just down low from there. Alright, and that is the battle. So we will claim victory. We'll pick through the wreckage. We didn't find anything that we could use. So we lost that drover, but that's okay. Drovers get lost all the time. So let's eject some of this, let's eject some of that, and we still have too much, so we're going to need to get rid of some more stuff. Alternatively, we can go back, get ourselves another drover, and... oh no, we don't want to throw those out. Alternatively, we can go back, get ourselves another drover, and... I mean, we will very quickly, we transverse jump out of here, we will quickly use that fuel going back to Persean space. But we've got ourselves some brand new cores that we can use, some alpha cores. So we're going to try and make our way over to the Persean League to see if we can buy another drover from them to replace the one that we lost. In part because it will get rid of our excess fuel, and in part because it will give us time to repair. Alright, what did you guys think about that battle? Pretty big fights, eh? Fighting the remnants seems to be somewhat dangerous. So we'll keep our transponder on, we will make our way over to the station, and hopefully, just hopefully, we'll be able to get what we want. So, we can get, well, sort of get what we want. Upgraded engines, up the power supply. What about on the black market? Anything? Persian League. So they like us, but they need a commission. So, we don't quite want this one. Its maximum burn is lower than it should be. So, let's leave and go instead to Tile. Now let's go see if either of these stations have a drover that isn't horrifically damaged. And then we will see where we can go from there. Alright. So over here we... no. Do that. So let's go ahead and see what they have for sale. Anything that we want? No. Nothing that we want. Amazing. And what... do they have an administrator? Well, we have a mercenary officer. What can he do? Carrier command, wing commander. We'll hire him. Yep, sounds fine. So we will assign him to a drover. And these are the people who leveled up. So let's go ahead and level them. Cool. So she's level 20 now, he's level 20, he's level 2. Let's go to this station and see what we can find there. So we've taken out a remnant base, which is pretty crazy. Though it did cost us a drover. Okay, do we have any drovers that aren't damaged? So what's this thing's problems? Which sensor array, compromised hull. I think the sensor array might affect how far the fighters can go. Alright, so we just got a ton of money out of that from our... we got a ton of money out of our off of our colonies, and we are now just on the hunt for new drover tover. Turn on that transponder and make our way over to the nearest Persian League trader. So, no drovers here. But that's okay. There's another place to look right here, and I think I'm actually next to one. So we went there. Let's go to Adwolf. And nothing that I care about. So let's continue our trek down to this other colony over here. Eventually we will most likely find what we need to build the drovers, and then we'll just stop having this problem. So, Okay, so still no drovers. It's kind of impressive. So, I don't think we've been Thule yet. So let's go to Kaiseron. And then we'll probably strike out into the northern part of the map, the upper part, to strike out at mine enemies. Alright, so we have some pirates, which means we could probably get away with some antics here. So, you guys, do you have what I want? Well, I do have what I want, what I really, really want, but it's crap. What about black market? Nope, nothing. So let's make our way over here. Maybe they will have what we want. What we really, really want. And then we will make our way up once we find what we're looking for. Okay, so the Cinder Diktat is going after drugs, fuel, and supply. Well, that is a death sentence, effectively. So, Godspeed. We're still not finding what we're after, which is kind of weird at this point. So, I guess we will go there instead. And then we will make our way to the top of the map. Supposedly, once we find what we're looking for. What do you guys think about that base? Was that a very small, weak, it seemed weak, remnant base, or is that one of the meaner ones? Or are they all really mean, and my strategy is just too cheesy for them to be able to do much about? Well, it could be interesting if the AI were tuned to just ignore fighters and just make a beeline for the carriers. That could be interesting. Oh, finally. A driver that isn't garbage. Let's see. It'll be in the very back. Okay, so we're going to try to outfit it like this. And we're good. Now we do have, I think we have some sparks now, so let's see if we can slap those on there. Do we have any sparks left? Does not, oh yeah, we have 2 more. So this goes down to 9, goes into spark. This also goes down to 9 and spark. Let's actually get rid of this and say make this sparks. Sparks. Alright, so we have sparks. What does it try to put it this as? Oh, okay, well nothing. Okay, got it. Good. So we will repair, we will not give away our cool AI cores. And they don't have anything that we want at this point. So, do they have another Starliner? Another Starliner? Ooh, ah. Doesn't look like it. So, let's make our way up here, because why not? We could make our way over, like, to there, which could be interesting. Like, what would be over there? Is that like just like super remnant land? The Marathon Nebula? It's like, what's there? Remnant land. Remnant land. Remnant land! Land of the remnant. So let's keep going. And see what we can find. Hey dude! Guess who started off the transponder? Alright. Oh no! The Syndrian nuke pad. They died. Whatever shall they do? From the Lingon. Oh, okay. Well, it's where we're going. There's a low remnant rating. So we're gonna go in. We're going to immediately quiet ourselves down. We have a derelict mule here, I think. So it's because we can transfer this other ship, sends out an encrypted broadwave signal. Okay, sounds. Wait, what? Okay, so I think what that means is this is a trap. Because that signal just went out and there's something up here. Well, what do you know? It is the pirates and they wish to fight. But we don't want to fight them. We're gonna be like, screw you pirates. You guys are dicks. Okay, so we can claim this, we can bring it online. It now belongs to us. And we can go fight those pirates, but we won't be able to really disengage all that well. So we could end up in a scenario where we could lose. But they only have 3 of those big missile ones, and we're going to go fight them. Come here, big boy. You get to the next life, tell them it was Jolly Sarian that sent ya. Alright guys, well, we're going to fight this guy next episode. So, let me know in the comments below. Do I sound any different? Do I sound better? Do I sound worse? I just got a new mic that I'm testing out. So, tell me what you would do different. Tell me what I did right. Tell me what I did wrong. Tell me how you would do different. Comment below. Tell me that stuff. Tell me whatever you want to talk about. Leave a like in the video if you like the video. Comment, subscribe, ring that bell, share with your friends, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.